Hi everyone, welcome to Hibernate tutorial. In our previous part, covered, we have created the Hibernate One-to-Many project in which we have added the dependency, added the configuration file, and created the address and employee. So in this example, we have single employee can have multiple address. So we have added all the required annotations to the beans. So next part which we have to do is we have to create the main class. So this is our main class which will contain the public static void main, and what we have to do is first we have to create the configuration object. Next part we have to configure our file. So we have to pass our configuration file hibernate.cfg.xml. So this is our configuration file. Next part which we have to do is we have to create the session factory. We have to create the object of the session factory. And we will get the session factory object from the configuration. Now what I have to do is I have to create the object of the session. Now we have the object of the session. Next part is we need the object of the transaction. Session dot begin transaction. Then in the end we have to commit the transaction. Then we have to close the session. Then we have to close the session factory. And inside this we have to add our code. So first thing what we will do, we will create the multiple addresses, then we will add those multiple addresses to single object. So here we will have address is equal to new address. So address, we will set its value, set city, so city name is Chandigarh. Address dot set country, so country name is India. And similarly we will create one more object, so it will be object 2. So city name will be Mohali and country will be same as India. Next part which we will do, we will create the list of the address. Array list of the array list of the address. So we have to add the array list, and addresses dot add address 1, addresses dot add address 2. So we have added the address to the list, both the addresses to the addresses list. Now we have to create the employee object. And we have to add its properties, the set name. So our employee name is Anil, and employee dot set address, so we have addresses. Then we will persist this object, so we will persist the employees, and we will commit the transaction and execute our code. So let's run this program and see the output. So right now in the database, show databases. So our database name is tally comma. So we have to create the database. If it doesn't exist, create database tel comma. So this is the name of my database. Use tel comma show tables. So here you will see, and right now it's empty. So we will run our program. Let's see what will happen. So here you can see that it has inserted the values into the database. So let me check show tables. So here you can see that we have two tables. Select star from employee. Let's check if, so here you can see that employee ID is 1, name is Anil. So select star from addresses. So here you can see that we have two address. One is Chandigarh, then we have Mohali, and employee ID is 11. So this is how it works. Here we have one employee will have multiple address. So employee ID is a foreign key, which is 11. So one employee, multiple address belong to the one employee. So this is how it works. So thank you for watching the video. So in this tutorial we have covered Hibernate one-to-many mapping.